Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing something a little bit different. Hopefully everyone has been having a great New Year's. It's been a little bit chilly here in New Jersey. I've been pretty busy, but I am so thankful. But anyway, back to our tutorial here. I have this beautiful young lady that loves makeup, and I was so honored to do it. So keep on watching, and this will be a voiceover. Okay, here I'm just cleaning her face because she has a little bit of a dry skin, and I just used Bioderma and sprayed it, and as you can see I just fanned her face. Here I'm just using one of my Bedazzling little brushes. I believe that is the 936, using the primer from Morphe, and then after that I just go back in with the paint pot and use one of my Real Technique little beauty sponges just to make sure everything is really nice and smooth. So then that way everything goes on nice and no patches, since she is a little bit of dry. And here we are about to just grab one of my MAC powders. Again, since she is a little bit dry, I'm not using too much powder. And here is the powder that I just mentioned, and I use one of my Real Technique little brushes just to have everything nice and smooth. There I am just putting a little bit of the MAC cream eyelid, and as well as some MAC lip gloss just to moisturize the lips. Sorry if I do not mention all the brushes because I can't recall all the brushes, but as you can see here, we're just starting off with the Morphe bronze, and I am using the first color, which is the light color on the towards the top, and I believe that is the one that is called Sandy. We're just using one of my MAC brushes, which I love. This brush is the 286. I'm just going over and over and over, just blending and blending and blending, just to make sure there is no harsh lines. Between that, I just go back and forth, and I put the Desert, I believe it's called. Here, about a few seconds from now, we're just gonna grab another little Morphe brush, which is the M170-8, with a tiny bit of concealer, which is the MAC NW20. I did miss out on putting in what I did in the middle, but I only just powdered it a little bit with the Light Plus. Coming up, we just did a little mix. Since she is on the dry side, I did the Makeup Forever, the base radiant primer with a lot more of the Emberlies, and I just took one of my beauty sponges and just pressed it into her skin, since she is on the dry side, as I mentioned earlier. And she's just telling me right here that it feels really good and her face feels a little bit moist since it is in the dry side. Here we're just spraying again, because again she is on the dry side, and I have been using the Mario Badescu, the facial cucumber and green tea, and just again just pressing all that into her skin. Okay, the foundations that I'm actually using is two of them, and is the Makeup HD. It is the Y235 and the Y365, just because you always have to mix. Foundations are never the color Coming up now is the same powder that I use, which is the Light Plus Mineralized Skin Finish. Just a little bit, because again, she is on the dry side. And just putting it all over, so then that way everything could be set. Here I am using the MAC liner in the brown color, which is a more softer. Here I'm just using one of my Despoli mascaras, and we are going to be setting that with some lashes. And the lashes that we actually chose were very simple, which are the Ardell 110. She felt really comfortable with those. Again, she didn't want something really crazy because she's very simple and she didn't really need them. Here I'm just setting it, as I mentioned, the mascara and then the lashes. And I'm just asking her if she's okay. I just went over with the same liner by MAC in the color brown. And the brush, I believe, is the Medallion. I'm not sure if I did mention that before, which is the 710. Here I'm just putting a little bit more of the MAC concealer, which is the NW20, just to brighten it up just a tiny bit. Because again, she didn't like too much. Here we're just going to use another little Real Technique in a few seconds. So that way I can just have everything all settled in and it looks nice and smooth. And again, I'm just asking her how she feels with the foundation. Here I'm just putting on the same color burgundy from the bronze collection of the palette, which this palette is beautiful, the bronze collection. And it's that burgundy color. I'm just trying to see what is the name again. It is called Record Temps. I'm just trying to connect it together. And that way it doesn't seem like it's a lot of space. Since I didn't do a long liner, and using another disposable here. Now we're just using a Morphe liner for the waterline called L'Oreal. And then I am using a little bit of the Give Me Some by MAC using my Medallion. I believe it is the 980, if I'm not mistaken. And these brushes are amazing. Here we're just bronzing her face with the Hoola Benefit bronzer and using the Sigma F10. Just sprayed a little bit of my Morphe spritz and just pressing everything in so then everything is settled in. With my 184, I'm just using my Amarizing highlighter, just putting it all over just to lighten up a little bit. Now here with my F20 Sigma, I'm just using two MAC blushes, the Frankie Scarlet and the Rhubarb. Here I sprayed again just to make sure her face is nice and moist. And here I'm just using one of my Gerard lip liners. I believe that one is called Share. Just putting it around just to give it a little bit of more dimension. Here with my F170-8, I mixed Snob and Empowered by MAC. And here is her reaction. Hope you all enjoyed.